Kuwait pridefully celebrates the 6th anniversary of the United Nations honoring of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah as a leader of humanitarian work and of Kuwait as a center of humanitarian action.
The UN gesture came in recognition of Kuwait's outstanding and unique contributions under the wise leadership of His Highness the Emir. Here's more with H.H Amir.
Kuwaiti people celebrate the 6th anniversary of the United Nations honoring His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah as a leader of humanitarian work and of Kuwait as a center of humanitarian action. The UN gesture came in recognition of Kuwait's continuous efforts to realize international peace and security, as well as its role in promoting development and human rights under the wise leadership of His Highness the Emir. On September 9, 2014, then Secretary General of the UN, Ban Ki-moon, held a special function at the UN headquarters in New York to express the UN and the international community's appreciation for His Highness the Emir and Kuwait's generosity and kindness. The UN move came as Kuwait had shown exemplary humanitarian leadership in supporting global humanitarian and relief operations based on its highly appreciated values and principles. Kuwait's contributions that have manifested were some of the eminent characteristics of the Kuwaiti foreign policy since becoming the 111th member of the UN on May 14, 1963. Capitalizing on its previous rotating non-permanent memberships at the United Nations Security Council (UNSC), Kuwait has underlined on several occasions that unembedded humanitarian aid and help should be given to refugees and internally displaced persons. Kuwait was also able to take part in drafting a first-of-its-kind resolution 2474 for resolving plights of missing persons in armed struggles during its non-permanent membership. The Gulf nation affirmed its effectiveness through its presence at the international headquarters as a member of many international organizations, such as the International Civil Aviation Organization and the International Monetary Fund. Kuwait increased contributions to international humanitarian and development activity by more than 3.1% of its gross domestic product, exceeding the internationally set level of 7%. The country also allocated 10% of its voluntary contributions to back up the United Nations and its agencies. Kuwait's Humanitarian and Development March did not begin recently, and the international honoring of His Highness the Emir and Kuwait came as a fruit of the humanitarian development policy spanning throughout a decade.
National Assembly Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanem evacuated today the Abdullah Salem Hall from the public to review the state's financial situation in a closed session at the request of the government. Minister of State for Services Affairs and Minister of State for National Assembly Affairs Mubarak Al-Rayes presented the request during the special session at the beginning of the Finance Minister's presentation of the state's financial situation. Based on the Article 69 by the bylaws of the National Assembly, which states the Parliament session are public and may be held upon the request of the government, the Speaker, or at least 10 members.